Alright guys, welcome back to today's episode. We're going to be going into some other mods here. We're going to be using the Enchanter from Ender.io. I'm going to be just enchanting the hammer I have from the redstone arsenal. I'm going to finish the dark glass out on our little spawner for right now, and then cursed earth goes along with that as well. So sort of got back to being somewhat organized here with some little steps on what we want to do basically. So let's get started with the Enchanter. The reason I want the Enchanter and to enchant the hammer is so whenever in between episodes I can go mining. The reason I want to go mining is we're actually running low on diamonds. We only have 46. Copper, we don't really have that much, not unless I'm missing it somewhere in here. And yeah, we only have 14 copper. We don't have a lot of tin left. I mean, we have silver and lead to smelt still, but we're sort of running low on materials, and I don't want to get to the point where I have to go mining in the middle of an episode. I would rather do it in between episodes, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the reason I want to do the Enchanter and then enchant the hammer. That's the quickest and most efficient way to do it. So that's definitely what I want to do. And then the dark glass and cursed earth is so we can get this up and running. I'm not 100% if I'm going to do it completely, get it up and running this episode. I might just set it up with the dark glass, and that may be it. It depends on what type of time constraint we run into here. Alright, sorry for that random cut there. Got a phone call. So I don't remember what exactly I was talking about, but let's just go ahead and get into the Enchanter. Let's go ahead and get through this episode here. So the Enchanter is part of is it Ender.io? I think it is. Let me check. Enchanter. This one right here. I don't know what these other ones are. I know the Disenchanter. I know what that is from the Draconic Evolution. We might be crafting that. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think it just disenchants your items and gives it back to you. The Enchanter from Extra Utilities, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can feed that XP and power, and as long as it has books, it'll just keep doing enchantments. I think that's what that is. I have no idea what the Steve's Carts Enchanter does. I'm sure it tells you there, but we're going to be messing with this one here from Ender.io. So if you click on the information tab, it tells you it uses XP to combine items and a book and quill to create an enchanted book. We'll get into doing it exactly. So the hardest thing about this would be the dark steel, and a lot of the times the dark steel you have to do like a blast furnace and this and that and this and that. You don't have to do that anymore. So if you get an induction smelter, and you throw in your steel ingot and 4 pulverized obsidian, you get your dark steel ingot. And to get steel, this is where you usually need the blast furnace. You don't need to do that anymore either. If you have the induction smelter, which we do from thermal expansion, and we go through the recipe here. If you take 4 pulverized coal, it does say charcoal, but coal works also. If you take 4 pulverized coal and 1 iron ingot, it gives you a steel ingot. So it's actually not that difficult at all. So I went ahead and made the steel ingot. I didn't go ahead and make the dark steel. I thought that that's all I needed to do, and I guess it's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the steel ingot in the like I have it right here. I have that, and then I mean we have obsidian. So let me check to make sure we don't have any of the pulverized. Don't look like we do. Okay. Yeah, my inventory is a little full right now. We'll make our way through it though. I'm gonna just take all of that so that I can do another stack of stone. I did upgrade the pulverizer and redstone furnace. If you see at the top, or like the little colors here, it is yellow. I did make it reinforced and not to harden, which would give this little grayish silver green color. I don't know what color you would consider that. I guess it's different for every monitor because I have 2 monitors and it looks completely different on both, but whatever. This one I made to reinforce, so it has 2 of the reception coils to increase the processing speed, so it just goes quicker, a lot quicker, as you can tell. I did that in between episodes just so I could try and get some things done. But I think this is going to take a little bit of time, yes. So let's go ahead and make some upgrades. I apologize for the... Not that. I apologize for the keyboard clacking and clanking, but I didn't get around to fixing the audio yet, so like I said, I do apologize. But welcome to mechanical keyboard, so... believe one should be good. I need to do the gear. What we're doing here, we're just making the upgrade kit, I believe it's called. The upgrade kit, yep. So you have to start with the hardened and then go to the reinforced and then go to the signalum. I don't know how to pronounce that. The only way to go exactly to the one that you want is you'd have to do these conversion kits. So if I wanted to go from basic to the resonant, I could do that. But you have to use the conversion kit. If you make the upgrade kit, you have to and you want it to be resonant. You can't just click a basic machine with a resonant upgrade kit. You have to do a resonant to a signalum. You know what I mean. And then you have to do that to the reinforced to the hardened to the basic. So you have to do like a tier process with these, as the conversion kits you do not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make one. I don't think I'll need anything else, and we are running a little low on gold. I only have what, 31? If that's correct. Not a lot. I think I only need 9 of these. Or 5 of them. Same difference. Alright, so let's go ahead and upgrade this so it goes a little bit quicker anyway. Now it shouldn't take as long. Because it was only going 1% every every second. Now it's going, I'd say, pretty smoothly. I mean, we only need 4. I mean, it's moving along pretty good, So that'll do the Enchanter. What else was on the agenda? Enchant the hammer. Okay, so we do need a book and quill. I think I'm saying that right. Right? Is it quail or quill? Quail, quill, quill, quail. I think it's quill. Tomato, tomato. So to get the book and quill, you need a book, a feather, and then either black dye or the ink sac. I went ahead and made a couple of the black floral. I read that completely backwards. Floral black powder. There we go. I said it. I believe you can use that on this because it's through Britannia, and that's what I've been using for dyes. Yep, right there. So to get the floral black powder, say it right this time. You need to get the petals, and to get the petals you need the flower. I'll go ahead and show you guys really quick how to do this. I believe I did in the previous episode, but I want to go ahead and do it just in case. So whenever you're running around the world, you're gonna see it's not gonna look like this because it's a tall mystical black flower, but you're gonna just see a black flower. It's called mystical black flower from Britannia. It's gonna look like the same buds as those. It's just not as tall. You're gonna want to break that and then bring it back. And then when you put it into your little 2x2 crafting up here, it gives you a petal, which is right here. And you plant the petal, and then you hit it with bone meal to make it a tall black flower. You have to hit it with shears. If you hit it with your hand, I don't think it'll work. I just use shears. And then it gives you a mystical black flower here, but it also says tall. So when you put this in, you get 4 black petals instead of 1. So it's a way to increase your petals. And then once you have your petals, to get from the petal to the black flower powder or floral black powder, you need a pestle and mortar. So you just put that in your petal in there, and that's how you get your powder. So it's pretty straightforward. So I just wanted to go over that really quick as either a refresher or so you know, basically. So that's how we do that. So like I said, you need a feather, a book. The book shouldn't be any problem. I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 because I'm gonna do 3. Sorry, we're gonna need efficiency, durability, and it's not durability, efficiency, unbreaking, and then fortune. I believe you can enchant that with your hammer to make it have enchantments. Almost 100% that's how you do it. Because I know with the Draconic Evolution, I needed another book also for the recipe for the enchanters. That's why I made another 3. But I know for the Draconic Evolution, you have to hit a key. It's in your controls under Draconic Evolution. Let me check to see exactly what it is, just so I can let you guys know. We're not there yet, but it's going to be a little bit of a quick one. I have mine set to the tilde. They call it grave, but it's for the config GUI. But I hit that, and then this is where you would mess with your stuff for Draconic. I thought there was something for Redstone Arsenal, but I guess there's not, so I'm just going to throw it into an anvil with the enchanted book and hope for the best, I guess. Ooh, I just got enough of those. Bing, bing. Bing, 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 bang. Alright, so we got the book and quill. We have the 4 dark steels. I'm sure. Oh, I don't think I need that much, but sure. Let's go back to the enchanter. Now that we have the enchanter, we need 2 diamonds, a book, and then the 4 dark steels. We have everything, I believe, in my inventory. I sort of went ahead and did a little bit of this earlier. And then bing, 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 bing. Alright, so now that we have the enchanter, guess right here, whatever. So if we right click this, we can look up in the top right, it shows you the recipes for all the enchantments. So if we look here, to get XP boost, auto smelt, protection, it sort of tells you exactly what you need. So if you want, I think if you hold shift it stops this cycle. Yes. So if you see how it goes feather falling 1, and then if I let go of shift, it goes 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So if you want it to stop on whatever you want, like say I wanted 4. If you hold shift, it stops the cycle. So, I mean, it'll give you exactly. So you need 4 feathers, 12 lapis, and 19 levels in a book and quill, and it'll give you a feather falling 4 enchantment. But we're not looking for that. We're looking for the good old. We can add sharpness to our sword with 60 nether quartz, 15 lapis, and 36 levels. So we are looking for efficiency 5. So we need 33 levels just for efficiency 5. You need 60 redstone, 15 lapis. I believe the level 3, no matter what, it's 15. So. But I'm going to do fortune. Fortune is the main one because when I go mining, I want diamonds and stuff. Because it doesn't mine that slow. It doesn't, and it lasts as long as I have my capacitor filled. As long as my capacitor has power, I mean, I'm good on mining. I mean, I could probably mine for a long time. So I need 27 levels, 3 emeralds, and 9 lapis. Do I even have 27 levels? Of course not. Why would I? Do I have any of the XP stuff in here? No, why would I? Look, see? I said I was going to come prepared to this episode, and I still didn't. Imagine that. I don't have any. Ah. Do I even have 3 emeralds? Ooh. I don't even have emeralds. Do I have a village marked? Do I fly? I'm gonna have to fly around to find a village here. It is gonna appear laggy. The reason is I mean, my computer is not that great. I upgraded a little bit ago, but it's not the greatest. Plus, Feed the Beast is very, very computer heavy. So, I mean, you have to have a pretty decent computer. Plus, I have 2 monitors up, and so if it seems a little laggy, it's not the game itself, it's just my computer, and it's not the video or anything, so hopefully my voice doesn't lag, too, because if so, that'd be horrible. Listen, leave everybody alone, okay? Thank you, I appreciate it. I trade with you guys. Name is Nitwit. Hi, Nitwit. Let me in. 17 string for an emerald. Hey. Actually, you are gonna stay. What was it again? I don't remember. 17 string for an emerald? I believe I can do that. Oh. Boom. Remember when I said I might be able to do that? I have 4 string. 4. Oh boy. The best way to get the string is sheep, wool, pulverizer. Since I can fly around, shouldn't be too bad. Give me all your wool. You gave me 1. Really? Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and empower my sword by hitting V's. As you can see, it's empowered by the red outline, and I kill this guy. I hate grass. What? Haha, you don't like water. I keep hitting the grass. I didn't get nothing. I'm disappointed. Let me check the uses for wool. Go to pulverizer. I tried catching it. My reaction time was slow, but that's okay. It wasn't my house, so. So you get 4 string per wool, and I have 9, so that's 36. So that's 2 emeralds, and I needed 3 emeralds. I need a little bit more. Not much more, but just a little. Alright, sheep, where are you? Sheep. Oh, come out wherever. I don't want to kill you. Oh. Ooh. Oh, in a mini map. Come here. Hey. Not far enough. There he is. Yep. That should be enough. I don't know if you guys consider this cheating by teleporting, but I can fly, so it's not really that big of an issue anymore. Early game, I can consider it cheating, but now that I have basically the flying ability, I don't consider it cheating. So hopefully you guys don't. Pew 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 pew. But I still need 27 levels. I think I'm gonna go to the Nether and just mine Nether quartz. I want to say that's probably the fastest and easiest way to do it. I'm just gonna take all of the wool and string and stuff. But if I have to, I'm gonna set up the farms eventually with the golden lasso. That's the quickest way to get. I believe it was this way. Yeah, I went this way. But I believe the Nether quartz. I'm gonna end up using the golden lasso to get all the animals and stuff like that, and doing the golden lasso to get the animals for the pens and get some breeding going, and then I can set up machines to auto feed them, to breed them, and then I can sort like the adults and the kids or whatever you want to call them. I can do that also to help with the whole process. Hey, calm down. Give me all your emeralds. You? How about no, Scott? Yeah, what a deal. What a horrible deal. An emerald for some arrows. No thanks. I appreciate your business, but that's taking it too far, my man. Okay, let me get out my backpack here, and let's just say bye. Hey, look at that. My inventory's clean. Look at that. I'm quick. Alright, let's go here. Let's get some nether quartz, get to level 27. I don't really need another quartz, I don't think, but hopefully I don't blow it because I don't have a flint and steel. Every time I do this, it blows. Please. Oh, thank you. Just letting it render a little bit so it doesn't lag as soon as I start to move, because it happens all. Oh, that's what I did from before. I was so confused. I forgot that I did that because I ran out of torches, because I never bring enough torches. Imagine. Oh, and once we get the draconic, the highest tier of draconic armor, that also eliminates the mining fatigue when everything's like super quick. I don't know why I just went into whisper mode, but it's hard. I married another quartz. Fine now. 25. I want to say this is the quickest way to get. I could be wrong. Oh, no. How you doing? I'm out of here. Listen, I'm just trying to get some nether quartz. I ain't trying to. Hello? Energized netherrack. So liquid glowstone goes the other way? Learn something new every day, huh? Might as well mine. think it was 27, yeah. Almost there. Not too much longer. Okay, so since we're just sitting here mining, this is something that most YouTubers that I watch, like in Minecraft, this is something that they would not record and include in the video. I am going to, and I don't mind cutting. Like cutting, it's not that. I mean, it's not an issue on my end. Like it's not that it's difficult to do or anything like that. I just feel like I record it, so why cut it out? You know. And you don't want to not record what you're doing because if something happens or something crazy happens, then you don't have the recording. So you always want to record. But I just feel like if I'm recording, I might as well include it. I mean, to me that makes the most sense. I mean, I know it's not the best thing to watch. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like mining. I know somebody that does like mining, but they don't like Minecraft, which to me it doesn't make sense. But we'll move past it. But yeah. So I mean. I guess just let me know what you guys like. I mean, if you want me to cut out the mining and the in-between garbage that we're doing, I mean, just let me know. But I feel like if I'm recording it, I might as well upload it, you know? Let me just... That's full. About full. It's alright. Alright, backpack, give me my 3 emeralds now. Yep. And 1 book. Oh, I'm gonna need levels to... Oh, I didn't think about that. I need lapis too. What am I doing? Give me that lapis. Yeah, see, it costs 27. Now I'm only level 1. But now, here's the issue. There's always an issue when it comes to Minecraft. Now, if I was to do... Not that... Now, if I go to do this, which it does work, I need 6 levels. Gonna walk real slow down these steps to go back into the nether. I forgot all about it. Oh boy. At least it's only 6 and I'm level 1, so it should go fairly quick. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're moving and grooving. Okay, get out of here, soul sand. Nobody likes you. Look at that. Level 6 already. I know I should probably stay and I should probably just fly over there because it's right there, but I have teleportation. Might as well use it, right? On the road again. Alright, so dink, dink. Now I got fortune 3. So now I can mine in between episodes. So we can get rid of the enchanter, enchant my hammer. I know I didn't do everything I wanted, but I might go ahead and do that in between episodes. I might do some mining. That should level me up. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the efficiency and also the unbreaking. Because the unbreaking, it lowers the chance of using the... It lowers the chance of using energy per hit. So I'm probably going to do that. Also add sharpness and unbreaking to the sword. I'm not really worried about the excavator because I don't really mine out a lot of dirt, so I'm not really worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and do those enchantments in between episodes, but let's go ahead and continue here with the dark glass. I'm going to go ahead and throw this stuff in my backpack. I don't really need it necessarily, so I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab that just so it charges everything. And the sand, I believe I need also. So the dark glass, like I said, it is just normal glass. You can see through it just like this. But it doesn't allow light through either way, like in or out. So I use that for this so I can see what's going on in here just to make sure nothing's backed up. And it makes it look pretty cool. Not just a stone brick wall. So, dark glass. Hey, someday I'll learn how to type. Just not used to having the mic in front of me when I'm typing and I have to reach around it because if I hit one of the legs it makes a noise and trying to get used to everything and so I can get a mic stand so I can attach it to my desk off to the side and then have the mic come over and I can use my keyboard where it normally is because right now I have it about 7-8 inches back off my desk and usually it's on the edge. kind of bothering me, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it. So dark glass from Extra Utilities 2. This is the dark glass that I'm talking about here. There is this one, the ineffable, and the ineffable. English isn't my strong, so I could barely. You know, I've been speaking English for my whole life, 25 years, and I still don't understand half of it. So ineffable, we'll go with that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Whatever. So dark ineffable glass. I believe that is glass that cannot be broken. So like if you're using it for, I believe you can use that for the wither, and the wither won't break it. I think that's what that means. I don't use it though because it does take a moonstone, which is a diamond in lunar reactive dust, which is just a resonator with lapis. So it's not too expensive, but I'm not going to use it because it looks ugly too. If you look at the little thing right here, it looks kind of ugly. I don't use it. So back to what I was doing. Dark glass. So 2 thickened glass with black dye gives you 2 glass. I estimated last episode about 2 stacks. I think it's a little over, but it's better to be over than under. But then it might not be enough because I did math, and math is good and great and grand, but then I always think about it too quickly and I never think exactly. So let's just go, you know, let's just go with it. 2 stacks. So to make 2 stacks, we need a stack here, a stack here. So we need 2 stacks of thickened glass. It's a 1-1 sandy glass to thicken, so we still need 2 stacks of sandy. To get sandy glass, 2 glass, 2 sand make 4. So technically we should only need 32 and 32 because that's times 4, which would be 2 stacks. Technically. So I went ahead and did that in between episodes because I didn't want to bore you guys to death. I mean, should. That should technically equal to 2 stacks, if my math is correct. I hope it is, because if I just did all that in between episodes and I still have to somehow fix it. Now we sit here and wait. I would do the Jeopardy music, but I know I can't monetize anyway, but I don't want copyright, so. Just think about the Jeopardy music in your head. I think it's Jeopardy. Or is it Wheel of Fortune? Now you got me thinking. I don't know. I don't remember. But you know the tune I'm talking about. When you're waiting. Just think about it. I don't have to sing it. Everybody knows it. The Cursed Earth. Do I even have the Drop of Evil on me? I do not. Ooh, that's dangerous. Want to lose that. Get in my backpack. I feel like Tomb Raider. See this little backpack? I can carry shotguns and Uzis and medical packs and everything else in this tiny little backpack. I got wood and iron and everything else in a tiny backpack that you can just wear on your back. Boop. I'm sorry that it's not even on my back. Yeah, it's not even on my back. I'm sorry. It's in my pocket. So I got a backpack in my pocket, which is carrying everything. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so now that we have the thickened, we should be able to go sloop, sloop. And there's a stack of darkened glass. Or dark glass, not darkened glass. I'm going to go ahead and just start placing these. They should have connected textures. I really hope they have connected textures. Connected textures is where, like, instead of having the seam here and here for the block, it sort of like makes like a one big window. I really hope it has connected textures. It does. Because if not, it would look like that block on every single thing. Like a vanilla texture. I mean, I'm sure you guys understand what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and place a torch in the middle. Reason I do that, I don't want mobs spawning in here and then blowing it up and blowing everything up, because that is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to put monsters inside that automatically get killed. Listen here, buckaroo. You don't want to mess with me. I got a yellow sword and I'm not afraid to use it, and it's not gold either. Oh, I hope my misclick didn't cost me. Ah, I got it back. Cool. Okay, so technically this is 7 by 7. So the roof should be 49. And then the front's 21 minus this one, because actually. No, I don't. Yeah, yeah. The 21 and 49 is 70. Oh. See? Told you. Miscalculation. I need... No. I need 69 blocks. I'm 5 short. 5. Do I have any sand? Ooh! I think I have exactly enough. Look at that. Look at that. See? It was meant to be. At the end of the day, maybe it was. I don't think it was. That's okay. And boom. I made enough. I didn't, but we'll say I did. I should probably go to bed so a creeper doesn't come up here, but I don't think you guys can hear mouse click. If so, I apologize for that too. Let me check. No, it doesn't look like you can. Go away, zombie. Can't you see I'm busy? Can't you see I'm busy? I think that's from Shrek. Has to be. The only movie I know words from. I will be leaving a 2x2 open. Because when you drop that cursed earth, you want to get out and hurry up and replace that real quick. Yes. So if I was to remove this, and then put these here, oh, there's still light coming through. Pink, no light whatsoever. Hope I didn't just. Okay, they don't give it back to you, so pay attention to what you're doing and don't do what I just did and waste it. Looks like I'm only leaving it 1 by 1 here. Yeah, let's try the drop of evil. Might as well, it's near the end of the episode, let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? Got it. I hear a zombie. I don't see a zombie. Okay, so like I was saying, the cursed earth, how it spread like that. If there was grass connected to it, it would keep spreading. And as you can see how quick they run. Yeah, they're fast. I know it's hard to see because it's a texture for cursed earth is black instead of purple now. And with all the smoke and stuff and the particles. But they run extremely fast. Like, look at that. So you can imagine if there's a hole in this, they can chase you. I mean, I can fly, so it's not that big of an issue, but if you can't fly, it's dangerous. Now we need to get this powered. Once we get it powered, then this will start filling up. So let me go grab, just real quick. I'm going to need my wrench. Where's my wrench? Instead of where's my super suit? Not it. Am I blind? No, where did I put it? No, it's not the crescent hammer. It is the crescent hammer. Is it? It is the crescent hammer. Yeah, I knew what I was talking about. Yeah, I didn't just stand here and look at it like it was crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, just some leadstone. That's fine. That'll work for now. I don't think it uses that much redstone flux. Oh boy. So what I do is I go underneath. Bink, bink, bink. And it kills them all instantly. 1 hit. Now, here's the inventory. Once that fills up, this no longer works at all. And it also builds up essence, fluid essence. So if I wanted to, I can feed the essence into another machine to set up an auto spawner of whatever mob I would like. We will be doing that later to get emeralds. But as of now, this is just going to fill. Once this gets full, the machine will keep working. But as you can see here, once it gets full, it'll stop working. So the main thing you need to do is get items out of this. The easiest way I know of, you could do the item duct with one of those servos to pull the items out like we were talking about before. Let me fly up just in case a creeper wants to come up and say hello. But there is also a thing called transfer node, and you can set these up to pull stacks of items at a time. So it like, even if there was 28 bones, instead of pulling one at a time, you could set this up to pull a stack. So this is probably the easiest way, but just for today's episode, just so we can move forward for now, I'll probably go through and change it in between episodes, but we are running a little lengthy on this episode. You know what? Let's do the transfer node. Let's do it. It won't run that much longer, so we need 2 stone, a jungle chest. Not a jungle chest. I just read what I saw. You just need a chest. It can be whatever you would like. Transfer pipe, which is stone slabs, glass, and redstone. We have glass in my inventory already. Grab redstone, and thankful to our igneous extruder, we got plenty of stone. Just go ahead and go here. Do this. That's way more than I wanted, but that is okay. Or I'll take 64 for absolutely nothing. Chest, not dirt, chest. Pink. Now we have 4. Boom. Okay, so now we're going to need another chest, because once we take the items out of the machine, we have to put it into something, obviously. There is we'll get into a little bit better way of storing stuff a little later, but for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and make a diamond chest. It's not the most efficient way of doing it, but best way of doing it for what we have so far. Can I make a clear chest thing still? It is a thing still. Ooh. I used to use a crystal chest. I used to use that whenever I used a quarry from ooh, what was that mod from? Was it Buildcraft? I think it was Buildcraft. It was back whenever I used to play. Ooh, what was the mod pack called? I can't think of the name of it. It's a separate launcher. It's a separate everything. It'll come to me. It'll come to me, and I'll say it randomly. So, fair warning: there will be a random spurt of a mod pack. It's called Tech It. I remember it already. It's called Tech It. But we used to use the crystal chest in that. I don't know if it was that or FTB monster, but we used to use them all the time. That's why I remember them, but I didn't know if it was a thing or not. The same storage as a diamond chest. It's just that you can see the items inside, like moving. It probably hurts if you're running a lot of people on a server, but it's just me, so hey, use whatever I want. But this should be able to connect straight to the transfer node. This is going to be a horrible looking idea here, but get me out. Listen here. Go away. Now you put me on fire, and I'm not happy about it. Okay. Transfer node. Boom. I don't know. Since it's from extra utilities, every time you look at it, it does say the grid power. I'm not using grid power, though, so sorry. Boom. It doesn't connect. I thought it did. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I thought it connected to these from iron chest. Does it really only connect to a normal chest? No way. I'm just not hearing it. There's no way. Or do I need the transfer pipe? I might need transfer pipe. How about you connect it? Oh man, I tell you. So this is where you want to put your upgrades from extra utilities. I'll show you those really quick here. I just type in extra Don't do that. Oh, there's so many mods that extra. Can I go into something here? Why do I have a water bucket saved? Whatever. Oh no. So here's extra utilities here. Where's my super suit? Totally different things with extra in it. Wait, did I miss it? Oh, here it is. Here we go. So you can upgrade to speed. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Just do the speed. Upgrade stack, so it pulls a stack at a time instead of one item at a time. And then mining, we won't be getting into that because we're not doing one of those miners. We're going to be doing a quarry. So, or I'm sorry, there's a separate mod that has a separate ore generation that we'll be using. Until then, I just mine because I don't mind mining. But so we're going to go ahead and do a stack upgrade. So it's just a gold ingot, a diamond, and a upgrade base, which is a weighted pressure plate, which is 2 gold, in the resonator. So, I mean, I technically don't really need it, but like I said, this will fill up if I don't put the stacks on. If I put the stack on, it'll pull all these like super quick. So let's go ahead and do that really quick here. 3 of that. What was it? Diamond. Since I'm not using my wing, that should have enough grid power to be used. You can also put some speed upgrades in here. I mean, if you hover over it, it says you can. It speeds things up here. I think it also increases your grid power usage though, so you gotta be wary of that. So if you have other people on the server and they're all on your team, you can create teams. Then they can also use your grid power. So if you have somebody flying, because I believe it uses 32 or 31 or whatever it is, but say they're out flying and then you throw something in the resonator. I believe it uses the resonator power over your flying because there's not enough for you to fly, but there's enough for the resonator to be used, if that makes sense, because there's 32 available. And if you need 32 and there's 8 being used, it's going to use the 8 until it's done, and then you're going to need 32. So if somebody's out flying around, they're not going to be able to fly if you're using the resonator. So just keep that in mind if you are playing with multiple people. But since I'm only playing by myself because the people I play with don't have fun with this or whatever, but we'll move past it, whatever. So since I have the stack in there, as you can see, it's just pulling stacks of items at a time now. Boom, boom. So it'll keep it from backing up. That's basically the main reason for that. You can also throw a speed upgrade in here as well. If you do put a speed upgrade in here, it will clear it out. Like as soon as it gets here, gone. As soon as it gets here, gone. But this should prevent it. But I am going to go ahead and do a speed upgrade just in case. The reason I want to do that is just so, because I'm going to leave it run. Wait. The transfer node uses grid power, so I can't fly no more. I can fly. No, I can't. We're gonna have to change that in, but we're gonna have to change that next episode as well. Because if I'm using that and I can't fly, that's a no-go from me. I need another gold, don't I? Yes, I did. Hurry up and throw this in. Glad I upgraded these. Think. Yep. That's all I need. So I need another one of the base upgrades, which is a pressure plate, a weighted pressure plate in there. Then I also need a block of redstone and a gold. So nothing crazy for these upgrades, nothing at all. It's just whenever you use them, I believe it power penalty. As you can see there, level 1 it uses another grid power. So instead of using 2 right now that it's going to use, it might use 3, if not a little bit more. So each time it's used, it will use more grid power. I mean, it's not really that big of an issue because we could just get more of these going, or we can use the water ones or the wind ones. There's multiple ones because once you get too many of these, you start to get a penalty. So instead of it generating 4, as you can see down there, we keep going more and more and more. There's a chance that they can only generate like 1 grid power per thing instead of 4. So once you get to a certain point, they're kind of pointless to keep going. So if what I just said makes any sense whatsoever. But yeah, with that speed upgrade in there now, we should have no issues whatsoever. But like I was saying, with the crystal chest, you can see the items in there. Not every item, but you can see a lot of the items in there just floating around. It looks pretty cool. So far, I mean, just off the rip, there's a lot of stuff that we don't need. The creeper heads, we need a couple of those for a mod in Ender.io that we will need a little later on. But other than a couple of the heads, we don't need zombie brains or rotten flesh. We don't need cobwebs. We don't need bows. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. We don't need those. So there's a lot of stuff that we can filter out because this chest will get filled quickly, like really quickly, because of the arrows, the bows. I mean, because each one of those take up a spot. So, but the main reason I do this is ender pearls. To be honest, I mean, Eventually I can get just Enderman spawning, and then I don't have to worry about anything. But the Nebulous Heart, which is also dropped from an Enderman, you can also turn that into Ender Pearls. So every time you get one of those, you get 3 as well. So already we already have 8 Ender Pearls. So it's very, very, very efficient. The reason I did the Ender Pearls is to do the Flux Network, which is the wireless networking for the power instead of using flux ducts and everything, and it makes everything a lot better, so you don't have to run wires everywhere. You need Ender Pearls for this stuff, like we said before, because you need Ender Pearls and Blaze Powder. Blaze Powder is no issue, but to get the Ender Pearls, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and let all of this run in between episodes. I'm also going to go mining in between episodes. The reason I'm doing that just to keep up on the resources so we don't have to worry about resources for the next mod that we're going to get into. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. And I will continue next episode with just progressing through. In between episodes, I'll come up with an idea of what I want to do, and then we'll start off next episode with the draw out of what we want to do, like in the beginning of this episode. Try to keep everything a little bit organized instead of all over the place, just trying to go off the top of my head. Because if I do that, I get sidetracked very easily, and I can go from wanting to do one mod completely over to not even messing with a mod and flying around doing exploration. So I want to try to keep sort of an idea of what I wanted to go through and continue with. So it's sort of like a progression for what we're doing to eventually get to the end game. But I don't want to jump from beginning game straight to end game, because I do that a lot. And when I do that, I create like 4 or 5 of these at one time, run out of all resources and do 4 or 5 of these mob spawners, which I don't even think is efficient. And when I do that, I get all the Ender Pearls that I need. I get all of basically bones and everything that I ever need. I get it really, really quickly, and then I start my basically a quarry to get ores. I do that, and then once I do that, power is the only necessary thing. And then once I do solar panels, I'm sort of done. I don't go into big reactors anymore. So I'm gonna try to progress and do a little bit at a time, just so I don't get too far ahead of myself. And then we sort of have like 8 more episodes, and that's it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there before I keep rambling on. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Like I think I said that 6 times now. So I will catch you guys in the next episode.